You know, the Zika virus, really unheard of until this year. Now we are seeing a frantic halt of travel among pregnant women because of the Zika virus. We are here live with our state epidemiologist, Dr. Christy Bradley. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Dr. Bradley, thank you so much for being here and spending your time with us. A lot of people are very concerned about this. We have 4 cases diagnosed here in Oklahoma of the Zika virus. People that had traveled, contracted that virus, come back here. As we start to see mosquito breeding season ramp up, are we going to also see the number of cases here in our state ramp up as well?
We don't believe so. One important thing to know about mosquitoes is we have over 60 different kinds of mosquitoes in Oklahoma, and only 1 or 2 of those is capable of transmitting the Zika virus. Unfortunately for us, the Aedes aegypti mosquito, the one that's primarily spreading Zika virus, is very rare in Oklahoma. So we don't think we'll have established local transmission. It's still a traveler's health issue.
So what is Oklahoma doing right now? I know you're also on a different type of committee, a different group that's focusing nationwide on Zika, but what is our state doing right now to combat Zika, if anything?
We are definitely looking at our preparedness planning, and we've been meeting since the end of January across many different programs because we bring in maternal and child health, our community and family health services, our public health laboratory. So there's a lot of different areas of public health that are involved in this. And there was a backlog of testing for Zika virus at CDC, and so our state public health laboratory just developed that capacity to test for Zika, which is very important. And then we're working with our communities and our county health departments to see what we can do to shore up mosquito control.
We know that the warning signs have been mostly, or warning flags have been going up for pregnant women, for women who may be expecting to get pregnant in the next little while, in the next few years. But are other people at risk? People asking if children or the elderly or people with compromised immune systems could possibly feel the effects of Zika as well?
It doesn't appear so. Primarily, this is a concern for pregnant women and the risk to the unborn baby if the mother's infected during pregnancy. Also, this is a sexually transmitted virus, and so we're also wanting couples that are pregnant or might be pregnant, if their spouse or sexual partner has lived in or traveled to areas where Zika virus is, it's very important for that health to be monitored and possibly that person to be tested.
We should probably catch our viewers up. We didn't really touch on exactly what Zika is, but it is known to cause severe birth defects if the mother contracts Zika while she's pregnant, correct?
That is correct. That's the biggest health risk of Zika virus. Most people who contract Zika virus have a pretty mild illness, just a few days of headache, fever, rash, joint and muscle aches, but the real risk is for women who acquire the virus while they're pregnant. The virus attacks the central nervous system, and we're hearing about microcephaly. There's an outbreak of microcephaly where a smaller than normal sized head and a very underdeveloped brain is a birth defect of those babies.
A lot of people have been worried about their own vacations. They're starting to plan for the summer months, maybe going on honeymoons, excited about that, but wondering if they're going to end up in a Zika hot zone, so to speak. Where are the places that people should even avoid traveling?
Well, it's very widespread right now in many parts of Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. So for those honeymoons, the Caribbean islands, including Puerto Rico, do have a Zika outbreak right now. So definitely they should look to see what's occurring in those areas. We also have a lot of missionaries from Oklahoma that during the summer they take mission trips to affected areas. So if they're not in that category of pregnant, they can still go to those areas, but we urge them to take really strict mosquito precautions, take the repellent, sleep with the mosquito net if you have an open air room, and look for any opportunities to drain standing water where mosquitoes might be breeding.
And I'm actually about to go on a honeymoon, and I think it's a surprise. I don't know where we're going, but I think it is somewhere tropical. Obviously not planning on getting pregnant anytime soon, but at least, maybe 5 years down the line. Is that something that stays in your system for a long time? Like, heaven forbid, I travel to Puerto Rico, get Zika. How long does it stay in your system?
And that's a very important point because a lot of people feel that it will hide out in your body or your tissues and affect a pregnancy later, but that is not the case.
Okay.
The virus should clear in a couple of weeks, and then the woman wouldn't have to have any fears.
Okay. So it doesn't live in you forever
No,
for
no,
5 years or
definitely
so.
not.
Okay.
There is a prolonged length of time that it can persist in a man's semen, and this is why if a man has traveled or lived in an area where Zika virus is and his partner or his wife is pregnant, they should practice safe sex or abstain from sex throughout the entire pregnancy.
Really important information.